So guys, this is my Zoro list. Really loving it. Shout out to Noel. Noel is a Zoro player from Singapore. He showed me the way with Magara. This is actually his exact list, except he ran 3 Zoros, 3 Teach, and I prefer 4 Teach, 2 Zoro. So again, shout out Noel. He's part of the SFK team, Seafood King. Put a link into his Twitter down below. Make sure to check him out. He's, I think, rated like the best Zoro player in Singapore. The biggest thing you'll notice is it's cut Atama and added in Mugra. And Mugra just allows that pressure, that play style to buff your little guys. It also plays and then you buff your little guys so then Teach can eat it. Really like this over the Atama. I was very unsure. I'm like, Atama's insane. How can you cut Atama? And then I played, I'm like, damn, I ain't going back. If anything, Atama's still a great card. You could cut maybe 2 Jozus for 2 Atamas. Definitely some things, but I definitely would recommend 3 or 4 Mugras. Just a solid card. Everything else is pretty straightforward. I like the 2 Zoros just for that flex, go a bit aggressive, a late game finisher. Teach. A lot of people don't like Teach. And still, I don't quite understand. I think this card's insane. Playing it on curve, even just playing it on 5 Don allows so much pressure. And the thing is, it's never a dead card. Like the biggest downside of Martial D Teach is it has no counter. But in the late game, if you have 2 Teachers in hand and you're like, damn, I can't play this. Well, that's why we run the blocker Marco. We'll block with Marco and then we'll discard Teach as fodder. So it's pretty much never dead. So yeah, this is the deck list. Recommend trying it out. And yeah, enjoy.
People think that like the Zoro deck is like, oh, it's such a mouth breather deck. It's so easy. But I'm like, man, you haven't played with good Zoros then, because like,
yeah, it's fucking so complicated. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Zoro is definitely not just an aggro 3-head brain. I think it's actually maybe even the opposite. It's like a 5-head brain. Like I get bored. Like I played Zoro a little bit in Obi-Wan. It was just boring to me. It was just It's just very linear. This is very technical. Or you can, yeah. So I'm loving Zoro. Would recommend trying it out. All right, this hand looks a bit rough. This is actually in round 5, so the second last round, I believe. So this is like more of the top end of the tournament. This is a 52-player tournament. We start off with Buggy, and we've already got triple event. This is not a great hand at the moment. It's looking a bit rough.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, seeing another Whitebeard Pirates here, a little bit rough. Would have liked to see the Marco or the Teach here. The 5-cost Marco, that is. So yeah,
hey,
like a bit of a
the 8k attack again, strats. The 8k attack, OP.
Yeah, man. When in doubt, just swing for 8k, guys. When versing Whitebeard, can't go wrong.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna do 2 8k attacks because we're boss.
Yeah, and
he can't block. He can't block it. Yeah. He can't block it. And this is actually such a crazy game. Like, you'll see what happens. Like, he can't block it with Marco. Like, and he knows it too.
Yeah. So, what he's probably thinking is, oh yeah, this puts him in such a rough spot. He's gonna go, like, if I were him, I'd actually have to take this one, and you feel really bad about that.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I'm not sure how. Like, I haven't played Whitebeard a lot, but yeah, I probably lean towards just taking it. Yeah. He ends up blocking.
Oh no!
I don't like. So his plan is blocking and then countering out of this 8k attack. So it makes no difference really which way you do it. But yeah, I think it's.
Well, it would actually make more sense for him to do it the other way around, because it would mean that he could revive his Marco.
No, because he's countering out of this 8k attack. So he was going to counter, like, he could counter and then block. Like, it's same.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He doesn't want to take another life. And again, that's because of our 8k attack on turn 2. Kind of clutch.
Yeah.
Wow, he can't. Wait, he's ignoring the Buggy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's why. That makes sense. This is rough. Like, no. I like the Izzo here. We definitely want to try to find the Marco. Oh, we hit the Marco. That's actually good. Unfortunately, we don't get to do a 6k attack, but that's okay.
Yeah, if only it were the other way around. The Whitebeard Pirates hitting the Marco, that would have been lovely.
Honestly, not the end of the world because we like now we have Mugger in hand, so we can still get like we can get frisky.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's where situations like this is where your list it shows real mastery of your list. You play really well around the Magra because I believe you run 4. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
4 Muggers. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you're really smart about playing around Magra and playing around Teach. I think it's good.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If I had a Jozu, a 2K counter, I would have countered this 6K attack. By the way, guys. But unfortunately, I had 2 1K counters, so I had to take it.
Yeah, every day of the week. I agree. However, this is not bad because it gives you a decent turn for your blocker.
Do the 8K attack, force a guard point. That's fine. We're gonna do the double 8K attack. Let's go. 8K attacks all day, baby. It's close. Yep. But I think it's good. It gets. He's shown respect to the 8K based on his playstyle that he doesn't want to go 0. He's not comfortable going to 0, and that's kind of why I did 8K. I think people underestimate that as a whitebid player, it's okay to go to 0 and then summon your whitebid. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, I think if he if he took the last 8K from last turn and ended up instead keeping his Marco alive, I think this would have been a much better spot for him.
By the way, we technically could we? Yeah, no, I don't think we could die, but definitely could have died this turn. By the way, I knew it, but I don't think he's ever gonna go for it. Like he's scripted. Like he protected this last life, which means he's always playing whitebeard this turn. I misclicked. Yeah, I fucking went crazy.
Oh no!
I just discarded my Mugra. I was meant to.
You do hate to see that.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
And that's just a free block. Very good.
Yeah. So this is what do we think of this turn? What's your?
Yeah, this is actually a really tough spot here. I think Whitebeard Pirates at the start is very smart. Personally here, I do like to pick up the Mako. Just because I know that the Teach isn't going to get much value on its ability, and the Marco, it doesn't mean that much, but it can clear the Iza, which might help a little bit later. But once again, as we said earlier, you do like the Teach, and you do make it work. So I think this is not a bad spot here.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake. I think I meant to just attack the Marco with the 8K. I think that was a slight mistake.
As we said earlier, though, it does mean that he can get rid of some of the useless cards in his hand, like the Whitebeard Pirates, and unnecessary aces that he doesn't want. So not giving him those options, I think, is quite good. But yeah, I would Marco here and develop the Teach and leave 3 up personally, just because we can see he's getting low in hand, and we kind of want to dissuade him from that next Whitebeard turn as well.
Yeah, no, I think that's why I ended up trying to kill this. It's just getting rid of a 1K counter, because I think I felt like I needed to try to get rid of cards in hand.
Yeah, 100%. And another thing to look out for as well, people versing or playing Whitebeard, when you go into these Whitebeard turns, sometimes it's better not to attack with your 6K or 7K characters.
Yeah, 100%.
Just to make sure that your opponent doesn't have something to beat up on.
That's huge. By the way, you'll notice he discarded a Marco blocker. I think that's actually maybe that could cost him the game. Having that blocker is... Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And I do think that if your opponent played better around the Marco, this was a really tough game for you. This guy had the double Marco. He didn't have the best early game either. But yeah, just one of those games.
Yeah, honestly, I think we had to play a very weird game. I haven't played this aggressive this early. Second turn 8K attack, and then the Mukano for the double 8K attack. Very weird line. But yeah, this is definitely an over attack. I get why he's doing it because we're representing radical beams, but we can just take this and chill, I guess. Yeah. He's just going for it. So at this point, I kind of want him to bait. So all you have to calculate is, can I counter out of, you know, 2 10k attacks, right? That's what you really are looking for. And if you can just take this, right? Like, that's how it works.
So the other thing that you would have to think about is, can you get out of a 6k plus a 14k? But
Yeah.
it's
the same.
Works out the same either way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is also another reason why Magro is so insane. Because even if you don't feel safe here, you can just radical beam and develop the Magro. But yes, the way that you said, if we know that we can survive both Newgate swings, we can take this because it baits him to going all in for a kill.
And also getting that Zoro actually being really clutch. Like, he's going to be on 6k. Having that Zoro in hand actually makes it so much easier for us to go to lethal now next turn.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So I think the correct math from him, I think this is a little bit weak sourced by him. I think you just guard point this one.
Yep. So this is kind of like a big brain play where I do radical beam, because if I do, like, he knows I think I have a radical. I don't know if he knows if I do, but regardless, if you play radical beam here, now it's less likely that I have a guard point. Actually, if anything, you might assume I have no guard points in hand. And it's like, does he really have a second and third one? And the fact that I can still counter out of this means it's okay for me to do this, and I got him to go for it, and that's what I do. If I had 1k less counter, then obviously I'd guard point, but we'd ran the numbers, and I think it baits him more into going for lethal if I use a radical beam straight away.
Yeah, that's smart. That's I like that.
Also, the reason why I take Teach instead of Marco, one, it costs 1 less Don than the Marco, and 2, it has one more 1,000 power. Like, it's a 7k rather than Marco's just a 6k. And I know that I have to kind of win next turn, and so the Teach is just, I think, better for that reason. Plus, I could draw a Zoro as well off its effect. Like, because what you do is you attack with your, you know, one of your other Marcos, and then you eat them from Teach.
Yeah, I actually like that. I think that's very smart. And, you know, it also makes me think maybe I was the problem when it came to Teach. And I think I have to go to the drawing board about Teach again when I come back to Zoro.
Well, hopefully this video like shows some examples of, you know, how to use the Teach and when to use him, because I do think he's just, yeah, he's very strong. But yeah, thanks again. And yeah, I hope you guys, viewers, enjoy this. I also think Elliot provided a lot of education into the Whitebid. He gave out some great tips and tricks about Whitebid, when to like maybe counter. Also, when you're going into Whitebid, don't attack with your Marcos. I see that commonly mistake. And I've seen very good players, high level players, they done exactly what Elliot said. They won't attack with their Marcos unless maybe they had a huge amount of vents in hands, but even then, like, just save them. Don't let the Zoro player have these free 6k attacks. It's too good for the Zoro. Force them to go up to 8 or, you know, not attack. Yeah. Any other words that you wanted to mention, Elliot, before you go?
Oh yeah, just thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, good luck in the OP3 tournaments, guys.
Easy. All right, thanks.